it's Deb here with Creative Life. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for subscribing. And if you can hit that thumbs up for me while you watch the video, I would really appreciate it. Thanks again for being here with me today. So today I have a fun project we're going to do using the Trace Jolie Mixed Media Kit for February. And this kit, although it is hearts and stuff for Valentine's, and I know Valentine's is over, but you can still make a home decor using these items and maybe give it as a gift or just, as a home decor for maybe your bathroom, or maybe you want to stick it in the hallway or something. I just think that this little heart is so pretty, and I want to show you how to use some of the things that you got inside of this kit. So there's a few things that are really cool about this Stamperia medium for pigments, not only using for metal and gilding effects, but you can also use it for your Pearl X, which is inside of your kit, and you can use it for the gilding flakes. So we're going to go over a couple of things that you can actually do with your Pearl X. Now, if you've been getting some of the past mixed media kits, you can actually use your Pearl X as watercolors, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So stay tuned. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to get started, I chose two acrylic paints. One is going to be a buttercream, and the other one is a pink, really baby pink is what it's called. And so these two are going to go together. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this. Now, this is a leftover sheet that we had in a past kit, and I'll link it down below if it's still available. But you get it's called, I think it's called Beautiful Junk is the paper collection that we used, and it's so pretty. So I love that. Then we're going to be using, of course, the heart chipboard piece that came in your kit. We're also going to be bringing in one of the past clocks. So if you have one of these old ones, you can use that. And we're going to be using this piece right here. And this is actually from the scrapbook kit for the month of February. So we're going to be using that. And then I have some flowers that I had in my stash, and I believe these are from another kit. I'm not sure which one it is, but you can definitely use whatever flowers you have in your stash, along with some other little white flowers. And we're going to be using this little saying, "It's a beautiful day." Again, we're going to be using our Pearl X and our Stamperia medium for pigments. And we're going to be using some of this gilding flakes along with some of the little art stones that we had in another kit. So we're going to be using a bunch of different things today. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So let's go ahead, and we're going to start off by, I'm actually going to mount this on top of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear it. So we're just going to tear that, and I'm just tearing it, not really paying attention to how I'm tearing it, but I do want kind of like a piece like this, and I am gonna put it a little bit towards here. I can cut this piece off, so we're going to do that. And then let's see, we can go ahead and get this off like this, maybe down here, and put this one up here maybe. So you're just going to lay your words kind of like all over, however you would like. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and you're going to glue on your
little pages that you just tore up, and you're just going to glue them down. I'm using the 3D gloss glue that came in the January kit. That was the basic kit where we got your gesso and your 3D gloss gel, you got your art stones, you got these cute little um, uh, spatulas with the brushes on the paint brushes on the end. These are really nice to have in your stash, and because you can use them for just about anything. Okay, so the next thing I did is I went ahead and grabbed some pink paint, and now I am just going around the heart using that all over the place. Now, I did not gesso my heart, so if you don't want to, you don't have to gesso it, but it's totally up to you. I didn't feel that it needed it, and we didn't use a whole lot of I did use some water on here, so but it didn't warp it, didn't do anything to it, so I think we were good. So and you'll see here after a while I'll share some really fun techniques that we do with the Pearl-Ex, and we use the water. So here I went ahead and grabbed the cream colored paint that I have, and I'm just placing that on top of the pink and just kind of spreading it out using my little napkin here. And then, but later on, I decided to come in with the brush, and then I just kind of alternated between the pink and the brush, or the white, or cream colored, I should say. And I just altered back and forth between that till I got the right color that I wanted the heart to be. I put a little bit too much white on here, or I keep calling it white, but it's a cream colored paint. And I put a little bit too much because it kind of drowned out the pink that I was going for. So after I did this part, I came back in and used some of the pink. And you'll see here in a bit that I came back in with the pink, and did some more pink on there. And because I wanted like a pink but like a whitewash type look, and I think it turned out beautifully.
Okay, so for this piece, we're going to be using the Pearl-Ex, and we're going to be using this Stamperia medium for pigments. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you are going to scoop, and this is a little spoon, I would say like a pinch or something. So you're just going to take a little bit of this, put it inside of, maybe, on top of your little mat or whatever you have. And then you're going to go ahead and take one scoop of your Pearl-Ex, and you're just going to mix it. Now, if you need to add more of the Stamperia medium, you can definitely do that. And you're just going to mix it until it combines together, like into a little, I want to say paste, but kind of like a paint thickness. So just like this, okay? And that is how that's one of the ways you can use your Pearl-Ex, okay? And we're going to go ahead and use this to paint this piece here. Okay, so I'm going to actually grab some of this and put this back in here. Grab that. And then you can go ahead and wash your spoon or whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to wet my spoon and kind of rinse it off a little bit here. So we have it for our next time. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab this, and I'm just going to go ahead and paint this piece. I did not use gesso on this, and I'll probably have to mix some more of this Pearl-Ex. So yeah, you're just going to go ahead and paint right over your chipboard. Now I did use the other red. It was, I don't know if it's a red. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and I'm going to paint this. And I'm going to show you what I used. I painted one of the little angels that we got from Christmas. I wanted to see how the Pearl-Ex would look on the chipboard. And so I went ahead and painted one of the little angels. And oh my gosh, it's so cute, you guys. It's so pretty. So let me grab that real quick. So here is the little angel that I painted. And I think that that is so, so pretty. And this one is the other Pearl-Ex that you get in your kit. This is the pink gold. Okay, and it is really gold, you guys. It's so pretty. Now, I'm sure if you paint your chipboard white or something, it does change the color of your Pearl-Ex, okay? And I'm letting you know that if you paint this on black, it will also change the color of your Pearl-Ex. So depending on the color that of paper or cardstock you're using, it changes the color of your Pearl-Ex, okay? So you just got to play around with it to see what you like. So, and it's so fun, you guys, because you get so many different variation of colors, and it's just really neat to work with. So here we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue painting this. So I'm going to go ahead and continue painting all this, and then I will be right back.
Okay, so for this part, we're going to be mixing the pink gold, and we're going to be mixing the mixed medium pigment, and we're going to just mix those together just like we did with the pearl one, and we're just going to go ahead and keep mixing that until you get the consistency or color that you want. Now you can add more if you want to, but remember, the more that you add, the thicker it gets. So if you want if you're looking for a thinner consistency, then you don't want to add a whole lot of powder to it. So here I wanted more of like a coppery type color because I'm painting this clock that you can find over at the shop. And so I thought this would look really pretty on top of the chipboard clock. And so I'm just going to go ahead and paint that all over. So for this next part, I went ahead and since our chipboard piece is now dry, and which really the Pearl-Ex doesn't take that long to dry, you guys. So once you do it, it pretty much takes like a couple of minutes and it's done. But you're going to go ahead and you're going to place glue or adhesive on the back, and you're just going to go ahead and set this down. Now you can place this however way you want on your heart. I went ahead and placed it with the big swirly up on top of that left hand side, and then I went ahead and just kind of laid it diagonal a little bit, and I think that looks so pretty. Next, we're going to go ahead and cut some hearts out. And what I did is I just cut out like 2 rows of this, and then we're going to cut out 3 pieces of in each. So here I'm just cutting this out. I'm just cutting out 2 rows of this. Okay, now that I have the 2 rows cut out, next I'm just going to cut out 3 pieces of each. So they're going to be connected. So I'm just cutting out 3 of the hearts that are stuck together. So I hope that makes sense. And so here is going to be one of them that we're going to put out. And I kind of did different ones, so they're not all the same. So here's the 3 that I cut out. The other one has 4 hearts on it, and then the 2 of them have 3 hearts on it. And then what I did is I went ahead and grabbed my Versamark put my Versamark on top of them, and then I went ahead and just dumped some of the gold Pearl on top to make them kind of a pink color. Now they're a little bit brighter than the clock, and that's because I painted them white, or I painted them with that cream colored paint. And remember, I told you it depends on the back of your either your cardstock or your chipboard, whatever you're using, depends on the color. That will change the color of your Pearl. So if you're using it on a white with this pink gold, it's going to come out a little bit more pink than it did on the regular just plain brown chipboard. And the chipboard piece is a little bit, it's more, it looks more like a bronze color, or kind of like a copper color, whereas here it turns, you could see the pink inside of the powder. Now after I first marked both all three of these heart patterns, and I placed the pink Pearl on top, I went ahead and just used a heat gun to dry them. And then I'm using the 3D gloss gel to brush on the back of this clock, and we're going to go ahead and set that down and let that dry. Next, we're going to go ahead and start adding some of our flowers around too. Okay, so next I'm using my 3D gel to place and adhere these flowers down. Now you can also use your glue gun, or you can use your other adhesive that you always use. But I just thought that I really like how this dries, and it does dry clear, and I really like it. And so I went ahead and just placed the glue on the back of my flowers, and then placed my flowers down. And so I basically used the 3D gel for about everything that I glued down on this whole piece. So here I'm just placing my flowers down, and I kind of wanted a really like a little line going all the way down around this little swirl piece. So here is the heart with the 4 hearts on it, or this is the chipboard piece with the 4 hearts on it, I should say. And this is going to go right up on top here. Now I did have to hold it for a little bit, but it really secured down. It adhered down pretty well. And once it's down, it is not going to go anywhere, y'all. So here I'm going to go ahead and place that little heart piece down, and I couldn't figure out how to place it down, but finally just stuck it down right underneath that little white flower or cream colored flower. Here I went ahead and added that pink one up on top, the right on the left hand side, and placed that on top of the swirl piece. I thought it looked so pretty. I really like how that looked. And then yeah, and then we're going to come in with some of this powder stuff. Now, this is something that I thought was really cool, so I want to share this with you. I placed my powder down sporadically throughout the I want to say canvas, but it is kind of like a canvas. It's our heart, our wooden heart. And what I did is I sprayed the water, and I just let it drip. Now I kept spraying the water, and as it was dripping, it was making kind of like that water drops downward, and I really liked that look, and I really thought it just added a lot to this little heart, and around the area it made it really shiny, kind of sparkly, and so I really liked that watercolor look, and so I went ahead and just kept doing that. And yeah, you can add as much as you want or as little as you want, whatever is your preference, totally, it's up to you. And again, I'm just squirting water on top of it and letting it drip. I did use my brush in a few places, Um, if you're going to use the brush, it does kind of wipe it a little bit, it paints it on there a little bit. And so, but I thought it looked really cool, so I really liked it. It didn't bother me any. So I just really thought it was a neat way to use the Pearl X. Then once I got it to where I liked it, I just went ahead and used the heat tool and dried that up. I did let it go from side to side and add some more little splatters and things around it. I really liked it. It turned out so cool, you guys. I really, really liked how this turned out. So I hope you guys are enjoying today's tutorial. I have to say, this is one of my favorite pieces that I've done so far. And y'all know I love doing shabby, so this was right up my alley. I really had fun with this. And then here, I decided to use some of that gilding flakes. Now, I love using the gilding flakes, but it's also really hard to use as well. It's one of my favorite things that I just love to use on it on some of my projects, but it's really tough because it is so flaky. It just gets everywhere, you guys, and it doesn't come off. So it does come off, but you know what I mean? Like it just sticks to everything. So, so here I was trying to get it to stick down, trying to use the bone folder and the paintbrush to help everything stick down. And then next, we're going to bring in some of the art stones. And the art stones look so great with this. I was going to paint them, but then after I got them on and really started looking at them, I thought, you know what? I really kind of like them just plain. So I didn't paint them or anything. I just kind of left them as is. And I really like how that looked. Again, I hope that if you have this February kit, I hope you try this out and really, you can definitely take some of my ideas from here and use them in your own art or use them in your own little projects. Uh, I would really like you to just give me a shout out if you do, so that way I know that I inspired you and I would love to see what you created. So it helps me, it makes me feel good to see other people using some of the ideas that I have to create their own art as well. So here you can see I'm starting just to stick on the art stones and around and on top of the gilding flakes. So I really wanted like some of the art stones to go downward and along with the gilding flakes. So I went ahead and just grabbed some of the gilding flakes and just started placing them as like they're falling down. And I just thought this was a really cool look and I really liked it. Like I said, I had fun creating this piece. It was really fun. So here I'm just using, again, some of the 3D glue to stick the art stones down and place the gilding flakes down and everything. And here I'm adding some down below and just kind of mixing everything together. I am actually going to use this technique around the whole entire heart. So definitely going to be adding some in some of the little spiral areas and amongst the flowers as well. Okay, so I cut out this beautiful sentiment that says it's a beautiful day. I cut that out from the scrapbook kit. And then you can see on the left hand side where I stuck a lot of the gilding flakes and the art stones around the flowers and the little swirls. and I think it looks beautiful.
Okay, you guys, we finished this beautiful heart, and I absolutely am in love with it. I love how this turned out using the Pearl X, using the art stones. These are from a different mixed media kit, and I'll put it down below if it's still available, okay? But we used our Stamperia medium for pigments. We used our Pearl X. We used the gilding flakes that come in the kit, and then we used some paint and stuff that we had in our stash. We used this gold rose, gold or pink gold Pearl X as well, and we used a bunch of other different things that we had. And so yeah, and again, the clock and is from the store. I'll go ahead and put the link down below so you can check out the clock that's in the shop. The hearts came in this form here. You'll get those in like a square, and you cut those apart. And then this long swirl piece came from the scrapbook kit. And oh my gosh, absolutely love how this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Take care, and I'll put all the links down below. Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.